Thank you, Dr. Kalb, for the introduction. And I also want to welcome everyone to our 11th annual Les Turner Symposium on ALS. And it's been 11 years since we started the symposium, and I agree with you that we have come a long way since then. And I wish that we would be able to meet in person, but unfortunately, due to COVID, we had to stay away and perform our webinar, our symposium on Zoom. And I hope next year we will be able to be in person. But I think COVID has taught us that we can still be connected even though we are far away. And what really connects us is not the location, but our goal and our quest, our aim to end ALS. This is what brings us together. So then in that case, Gaffin formed a foundation, Les Turner ALS Foundation. It was the first ALS foundation, as far as I know, in the United States, and could be one of the first in the world. And together with Andy Abrams, the executive director, they have done something really very smart. They actually started working with a university, and they have chosen Northwestern University to expedite research and clinical care. So they have chosen Dr. Siddiq, and Dr. Siddiq has made important contributions to ALS genetics. Then I came on board as the director, founding director of the second lab, and we had Dr. Kiskinis join us. And long behold, then we had the whole research team now includes Dr. Silverman as a member, Dr. Jane Wu, Dr. Dang, and I think it's going to keep increasing. Of course, the clinical panel, the clinic has also numerous very, very well known and established doctors. And before, then things even get better, because then Eric Piero is going to join us. So you can see that everything started with the spirit of less. And when things start with the patients and with the patient suffering, and good people come together, great things happen. So we all strive towards a future without ALS. This is our goal. And that's why even we are oceans apart, we are still connected by this webinar. And our goal is not just to do a symposium. Our goal is to end ALS and to create a platform to end this ALS. So it was very hard to start something. It's always very hard to start something new, right? But when the spirit of less, and also the kindness of these good people to do a change and to do something about ALS and to end the suffering of ALS patients. So I begin to think, like, what is it that we can do? What is our vision? And it was about connectivity, about collaboration, about getting together. So then the goal was finding our unique strengths, building onto our unique strengths, building teams and uniting scientists who are working in related diseases. And of course, Dr. Masilam heard the call, and he was our first speaker. And CNADC, now the Masilam Center, has been a long-standing supporter of the ALS Symposium, and we are very thankful to them. So it started with a handful of people. Then on the second symposium, the team building actually kicked in. So now we had James Surmeyer, Tanya Smooney, Dr. Vassar, Richard Silverman, and he was talking about protein aggregation and development therapeutics for ALS. Imagine, this was the second symposium, and he will be giving a talk today about NU9. But things don't happen overnight. And then we had Punit Opal, Rajavat Ramani, myself, Christine Didanado. Then the third year, we actually had another topic about how cancer and neurodegeneration have in common. And again, we had numerous different speakers, and we then moved on to the fourth year with Brian Traynor, and then the fifth year with Kevin Egan, sixth year with Terry Hyman Patterson, seventh year with Christopher Henderson. And each year we had more excitement, we had more contribution from scientists, and it was team building too. People started publishing together, people started getting together and getting to know each other. We had poster session, we had clinical panel, questions were answered, patients felt that they were actually at the center of attention, which is exactly the case. And then we had Merit Katskovich coming on the eighth year, and that was very exciting because it was about the time that the NEALS platform was being established, and she had the chance to tell us the exciting developments in that area. Then Dr. Eva Feldman came on the ninth year, and she's also very well known in the ALS field, and recently she received a very prestigious award as well. So she shared her insight. Then we had Sabrina Paganoni, again, telling us more about the NEALS platform trial and how happy we are that we are now part of it. And the ALS centers are united, so patients have better care. And of course, this year, we're going to have Dr. Brown giving us a keynote speech. But I don't want you to think that it is just a keynote speech. We have a whole program, and the program is a reflective of our game plan to end ALS, because we have to approach the problem both as a scientist and also as a clinician. So we have the morning session where we highlight some of the recent advances in the field. Then we have a keynote speaker, and we have a clinical panel where the doctors actually tell us what they have been doing in the field, the battleground, and how they actually tackle the problems. And you will see that we won't be able to highlight all of our Les Turner Center members. I mean, that's the downside of having many faculty members in the research, because we won't be able to highlight all of them. So you won't be able to hear about Dr. Kiskinis, Dr. Dank, Dr. Siddiq, and my research, and Dr. Kalb's research. And we hope to present our science next year. But don't think that we are not working. We are working very hard. And hopefully next year, we're going to share our findings. And of course, we thank our sponsors, but I also want to thank Lauren Webb and Telicia Moore. Without them, I don't think we could have put this symposium together. So kudos goes to them. And thank you so much for everyone who attends in the morning, in the afternoon, at night, wherever you are in the world, because we are connected, and we are connected with our quest to end ALS.